Hello, Meekwins! I am BKRose9, giving you another WWPL Season 1 Week 3 matchup today against the Baltimore Oricorios. So, this is probably one of the bigger matches that I've kind of had, due to me becoming undefeated as of today. Right now we're 2-0 plus 5. Going up against a very interesting team in the Baltimore Oricorios. We've got Necrozma, Mega Heracross, Mantine, Vikavolt, Floatzel, Cresselia, Stakataka, which is his Z user, Mamoswine, Magmortar, Metang, and Malamar. So a pretty slow team, but as expected, due to Stakataka setting up trick rooms everywhere. One thing that's huge is if he sets up a trick room, we're gonna lose like 3 mon. So I have to find a way to counter that. Which, if you will see in my prep, you'll see that I have a very interesting way to counter it, despite it being very lackluster. So, first we have brought Vanity, our Victini, running the Life Orb, Shadow Ball, Thunder, Blue Flare, Psychic. So, main thing is that Shadow Ball to a non-defensive Cresselia does a little over half or a little under, one of the two. Thunder just for Floatzel because besides Floatzel, nothing outspeeds Victini. It's also a huge counter to Mantine, which one of the most hated mons ever, for me at least. Blue Flare for things like Vikavolt, Mega Heracross, even Mamoswine, and then Psychic just to deal, I believe I said just to deal with Mega Heracross as well, if I run out of Blue Flares. Next up we got Koji, our Assault Vested Jolteon with Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, Signal Beam, and HP Fighting. My remembrance on why I brought Assault Vest isn't the best, but I think I brought it just because of Necrozma Dawnwings, because that way we hit, we live 1, and then fire back with a hit on Shadow Ball. Thunderbolt for the Mantine, Signal Beam, kind of also for the Malamar and the Metang. It could be for the Metang if I want to try to confuse. It's a good hitter for trying to get confusions on Cresselia, which could matter if he tries to run a Toxic Stall Cresselia. We got HP Fighting for the Stakataka, Mamoswine, because his team is rapidly wild on fighting. Next up we got Toku, who is running defensively this time. This is our probable only counter for Trick Room. For Trick Room Gyro Ball, Trick Room Earthquake. So this is our Mighty Mike of this team. Running Stealth Rock, Scald, Toxic, Earth Power. There's really no way for him to get rid of rocks besides Mantine. So getting enough rocks to threaten out the health of Mantine would be really huge. We could also get Toxic on it. Toxic on Cresselia, Toxic on Floatzel. If it's trying to run a bulk upset, we can put it on a timer. And then Earth Power is going to be huge for things like Stakataka, Metang. So, yeah. Running no speed EVs for Gyro Ball, because Gyro Ball won't do that much to me if I'm no speed. Next up, we got St. Louis, our Choice Scarfed Rampardos. This was a set I really wanted to try out. The only thing it does not outspeed, again, is Floatzel, because Floatzel is a pretty fast mon. So, we're running Earthquake, Superpowers, then Headbutt, and Rock Slide. Earthquake just hits his team hard. Besides Mantine and Vikavolt, and Cresselia, nothing can really eat up an Earthquake that well. We've also got Superpower for things like, I believe from what I remember, things like Matang, Mamoswine. If we just need to hit something with the hugest of powers, then yep. We got Zen Headbutt for the Heracross, and then Rock Slide for Mantine and Vikavolt. My prep was a bit around Mantine because every time I've seen a Mantine on a team prep, it's always brought. So, it is what it is. Next up we got Zirconis, who is running Choice Band this week. Stone Edge, Thunder, 1,000 Arrows, Outrage, and Crunch. From what I remember, Crunch doesn't do a whole bunch. However, it's really good for trying to get the defense drops and hopefully doing something like really well. It's great for taking out the Necrozma Dusk if I'm sorry. If we break the whole Prism Armor, I believe is what it gets. Oh yeah, no, never mind. You cannot break the Prism Armor. Whoops. Got Outrage because he doesn't have a Fairy type or a Dragon. And even though he doesn't have a Dragon type either, it's really powerful. It hits the team super hard. Another thing as well is 1,000 Arrows, which can hit the Levitate users, can hit the Flying types, and then Stone Edge, again, because Mantine is trash. So finally we got Scissor Blade, our Eviolite Doublade, running Swords Dance, Shadow Claw, Shadow Sneak, and Sacred Sword. If predicted right, we can really do damage to things like Cresselia, Mamoswine with Sacred Sword. Potentially do a whole bunch to Necrozma. Dawn, my bad. So yeah, that is pretty much it. If I set up a +2 Swords Dance, we should be able to do half to Cresselia. If either A, not defensive, or B, it's just specially defensive. So, with that being said, let's get into the matchup. Okay, so, let me get this switched around. Okay, so, he brings the Mega Heracross, brings Necrozma Duskwing, does not bring Mantine. Thank the Lord. But instead he brings Vikavolt, so that's he doesn't bring Floatzel, which kind of surprised me. Did bring the Cresselia, brought Stakataka instead of Floatzel, and then brought Magmortar instead of Mamoswine. So a bit confusing on the prep, but it should be fine. I decided to start off with Zirconis, just in case he wants to go into the Stakataka and just start setting up Trick Rooms. So we go for the Outrage. That's 57. He sets up a nice beam, which doesn't kill, which tells me that 2, by the damage, that he is not fully physical defense, and that 2, he's running a bit more special attack than usual. So this allows him his chance to set up Trick Room due to me being locked into Outrage. So I go into Toku Toku, which forces him to switch out, and I just simply went for the Earth Power. I'm kind of glad I didn't go for the Scald, because in a way, that Scald Burn wasn't really huge, or wouldn't be that huge, to be honest. So I predicted the Bullet Seed, so I switched right into Dual Blade. And here I just know that he's gonna switch, so I just switch. I just go for the Sword Dance. Sorry. At this point, he told me that he, instead of running Fire Blast, accidentally ran Flame Burst, and so I was like, man, that sucks. Sorry to hear. We were already too into the battle to really change anything. We just decided to play on. And so I went into Zirconis. Here he shows the Flame Burst. And I set the, I proceed to 1,000 arrows. So he goes back into Cresselia. I decide to switch out, go into Scissor Blade, because this thing cannot touch Scissor Blade at all. He goes for the Toxic. We predicted that well, even though I more so predicted the Psychic. I go for the Sword Stance, and at this point, Scissor Blade just starts sweeping up. Bam. Sacred Sword. That thing's dead. Come in, Necrozma Dawnwing. Bam. You're gone. Shadow Sneak. We can speed this up a little bit. Sorry. Heracross comes in. We Shadow Sneak that thing. And to the realization that it actually somehow gets Earthquake. But we bring it down to what it needs to be. Vanity just cleans up. Blue Flare. And come in the Vikavolt, Blue Flare. And then finally Cresselia, who this told me that he was specially defensive. Couldn't Lunar Dance because of his Frontal Mon, and then Shadow Ball cleans the game. So we come out with a 5-0 victory against the Oricorios. Great game to him. I feel this game could have been played more to its full potential, because he did actually text me during the match and was like, hey, I've got to go, let's just quicken this thing up. So it is what it is. I'm not sure if my differential would have changed, so it is what it is. It sucks I didn't get to use my my Choice Scarf for Impardos. That was kind of a big thing that I wanted to try out, but it is what it is. Next week we go up against my boy Con Mantine, and looking at the matchup, it's going to be one of the biggest matchups out of probably the whole season. But with that being said, we move up to 3-0 plus 10. Thank you for watching this. If you enjoyed this battle, please hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you want to see more content. Comment your favorite Mon in OU, because I don't know. For some reason, I am just really good with Vanity. So, until next time, peace out, Mikuins.